Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1973 Smith-Corona Galaxie 12 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. Helps you guide the page in straight, and then your margins are back here. And I like to set them about 0 and 90 on this one. And this is the support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, you just flip that switch back one. Skips 1.5, one more, skips 2. Got caught on the paper bale because we didn't feed it enough, but that's okay, it'll feed now. We're gonna keep it on single and finish typing. I was actually able to type all the letters on the keyboard because this has Elite typeface. It also has cursive font, which is very rare. But I'll show you that once I type this sentence on this next line. Thought I missed a letter, but I did not. I just hit the J a little too light, so that's why I paused. But the font is absolutely beautiful. You don't really see too many of these around. So I don't have any cursive font typewriters in stock right now besides this one. So if you're looking for cursive, you got to pick this up before it goes. You might not see one for a while. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side there. You flip that forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a backspace on the left side here, that works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Up top is your tab function. I don't think we have any tabs set right now. We do have one set right there, so we're going to clear it by hitting the clear button. Try again. Now it goes all the way to the end. And as you can see, it kind of slams it all the way to the end, so we're going to set a tab in the middle. That way when it gets hit next time, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end. It'll stop there, kind of protecting it from wear and tear. And you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. On the right side by the space bar is your power space. So you hit that, it's like machine gun type style spacing. Pretty cool. You have your MR, which is your margin release. You get to the end of the margin, it'll lock the keys so it won't hit or print. And if you hit that MR, it'll allow you to type past that block. That works good. Above that, up here is, this model only has either print or not print. So the vibrator, when you have it down, the vibrator will just go one function basically for print, and you push it up and the vibrator doesn't go up at all. As you can see, I'll do a close-up of that. It's called stencil, which doesn't print at all. I don't really know why every typewriter has that function, so I'm guessing it's just for practice maybe, and then you just print over it. I don't know. Somebody can leave a comment in the comment section about that. This is your touch control on the left, low, medium, and high. Right now we have it on low, but if you go higher, it'll just increase the tension when you hit the keys, so they respond faster. You just have to hit them a little harder. Open the hood, all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. And if you want to switch that direction, you just push that little switch on the left side where my thumb is back, and it'll pull to this left side. Push it towards the front and it'll pull to the right, and that's the direction we want it to go. This is another function that most typewriters don't have. If your key gets stuck, let's say for whatever reason you just didn't oil the typewriter enough and it gets stuck, that little thing will pull it down. Just, I don't know, another useless function some of these have that I consider pretty useless. I'm gonna flip those down. This is the locking mechanism on the right side. Get a better view of that. When you lift that up with your thumb, it'll lock the carriage in the middle. It's called an escapement throwout. It protects the escapement. The escapement is the gears that help allow it to move from one space And if that gets damaged when it's being carried around in a case, it's a major operation to repair that. So that's why that exists. And this is your carriage release, which allows you to control the carriage freely. That works good. Another cool function in this typewriter is if you flip this panel back and push this little thing, we'll lift that up too, and push this up, you can take the platen completely out here and clean that inside, and it just pops right back in. You line that up and it just pops right back in. And a lot of typewriters don't have an easy access to remove the platen. That's another pretty big operation on some of the typewriters, so that's pretty cool that this function exists on this. If you push the button in on this, it'll disable the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page, and then you can't hear the clicks when you have that pushed in. And when you don't have it pushed in, you can hear those clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same exact function with this lever. If you push that down, get a better view of that. There's a lever in the inside here. If you push that down, it'll disable the spacing altogether. We're going to push that back up and make sure that those clicks work. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.